And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. Our Fist-Milita-led Spoil Democracy run in the Republica DLC. It's round 137. We killed 7 enemy infantry. We have 6 decisions to deal with. Virtue score went up. It's good. Lost curiosity, which is fine. That's actually not one of the ones we were trying to use. Okay. This is the governor of Montana. We'll leave the accused leader from the job. You've got no high command, so you're actually not super good at staff counseling for the moment, so we'll have you take the job over.
Order received.
Roger that. Affirmative.
Blattdorf wants to go up a level. I do have some political power, so we'll do that. And then we'll spend that, or we'll start building the new office there. Checking in on the neighbor's opinion. 20, so we want to raise that if we can.
Understood.
Better. The blackmailers are blackmailing.
Understood.
Would like that to be better too. Isn't enough of an improvement for my happiness. Okay, members of, I think this is the third. Members of the third. And the 1 tank battalion. Please end this pocket.
Mission accomplished.
Pocket has, in fact, surrendered. Incremental gains. We got rid of 1 battalion of tanks. Victory score is up to 48, so we're definitely scoring more and more. Although how much of that is other people shrinking? Be left up to the thought process, I suppose.
Mission accomplished.
Getting a big close, but that didn't work out. And Okay, that's that front.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, we're up against the mountains here, so we're not going to be able to go much farther. Without just accepting and have to build roads through the mountain. Which is its own special can of worms.
We're taking fire.
I was going to guess someone was there.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I'm thinking we didn't have enough reconnaissance for this to be a viable attack. Yeah.
Requesting backup. Mission accomplished.
Okay, without getting another colony up here, this is as far as I can go. It's a shame, but it is. It's very true. Probably actually best going up and around here instead of setting that colony up in the moment. Okay, no idea where their closest population center is. Although I'm not sure how good they're doing. They're not last, so they presumably have a population center. They've got 5.4% of the population left. So actually, if I could take over, they presumably have at least a population center. If I could take over their population center, or their population centers, potentially, that would be enough to win. I've got no idea where it is, but it's out there somewhere.
Understood. Understood.
It actually looks like they have two population centers. So I can take it for two locations to probably win the game. Although how far west they are, and if I've... Well, I presumably do have the supply, because we can run off of this, which is on the rail network.
Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, let's cycle the turn. Automatic fire. Well, I could queue some stuff up to build. Actually, let's queue some stuff for the build. Specifically in the capital, I'm going to expand. We're going to add some housing. Subsidized, government subsidized housing.
Sir, yes,
Encourage
sir.
people to move to the capital.
Sir, yes, sir.
We've got pretty good rare earth metals. Let's start
Sir,
building
yes,
solar
sir.
panel in the capital as well. Again, if I can avoid having to expand the oil-based power plants to have more oil for motorized vehicles, I think that's a good way to go. Okay, we had some fighting there. I don't think it was all necessarily very bad. But we get a better report on it at the end of the turn, I suppose. End of the end turn here. Round 138. We killed 1,300 infantry. We lost 1,700 infantry and 10 tanks. We have 7 decisions. A new faction being more aligned to the Syndicate cause has taken the Syndicate Revolutionary Flame. It has been officially founded. Faction previously known as the Populist Humanist Union has taken the new name, the Syndicate Populist Human Union. Okay. We got our recon goal. Good. Discovered hospitals. Cool. The leader has retired. New director for the staff council. Really probably wants to be someone with high command experience that's not capital person. You don't have any. Although I don't think it's proposing anyone with it. It's a problem. Yeah, that's the problem I'm running into. At least Camp 3 with 25 in covert ops is gonna, or Camp 2, 25 in covert ops. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll have to backfill the zone.
Copy that.
Affirmative. I'm on it.
Roger that. Roger that.
Balat Dwarf wants to be level 4. I'm going to tell them no because I need political power, probably for getting more leaders, more competent leaders. You're 48, which is good enough for the moment. You're 22, which I should improve.
Understood.
49 is good enough. Okay. Nation.
Understood.
Camp 2, done
Understood.
nothing. Camp 1, that one's real bad. No, it's because I've... Okay. I was gonna fire the Camp 1, but to do that, I need 10 political power, and I've got 8. Okay, can the members of the Third please deal with the poorly encircled enemy using tank support?
Call in the tank. All clear, sir.
Lost 12 subunits, mostly from the one regiment of militia I brought in. Although it wasn't entirely from that one regiment. Slowly and steadily, just thread another encirclement. That's how we deal with the enemy, right? .4. Surviving AI. Okay. That's possibly why that's still kicking back over there. I've got enough industry. I'm going to brute force crossing the mountain, low mountain here. It's only low mountain, so it's not that bad. It could be much worse if it was high mountain. Okay, so that wouldn't be too bad to get over where that is. Okay. Whereas here we're in high mountain, so to go into the surviving AI territory, I need to march through high mountain, which, first of all, it's high mountain, so it's hard for the infantry to march through it. And it's going to be hard to do road stuff in it. Okay, I think we'll still be able to slowly advance here. Lolar area. So we can see over the horizon the first of the two objectives to take in their area. That's actually closer than I was expecting. Construction overview, worker and social housing finished. Go and get the next level queued up for both.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, cycle's turn. I just remembered that I'm out of tea. I'll have to make do until the end of the stream before I can get anything else to drink. I suppose I have a little bit of backup water here in case I get really thirsty. Guess they just destroyed themselves there. That works out. Round 139, we killed 450 over the intern. We have 9 decisions. Research complete heavy combat armor. Man patter researched. Portraits of schools. Will
Order
allow it.
received.
Proposal to install the Syndicate computer. Syndicate factions propose to install the Syndicate computer. They promise to bring new inspiration and virtue to our people. If we just usher in an era of unprecedented equality and justice. And we're gonna say, oof. That's really pissing people off. Join to find glory, this path leads only to shame. Well, we're not letting the computer take control. This is a spoiled democracy run, not a syndicate run, and I still have one more feat I want. We want militia ready to serve before I abandon the spoiled democracy, so no.
Understood.
Syndicate will have to wait. No computer is going online for the moment. You got decent capacity, so you'll learn relatively quickly. We're gonna give someone from the reserve pool who's got lower capacity. Yeah, I'm just gonna do
Roger
you.
that.
Also makes you a little bit happier because you're getting a promotion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aye, aye, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Understood.
Roger that.
And we squeeze farther and farther in. Victory review, 48.4%. Putting in a space down there.
Mission accomplished.
Here we go. Yeah, pocket's been cleared up. Okay, how's the construction going? Done. 100% on all of those. They should be done next turn if they keep up that speed. And the worker apartments there are going at the speed they're going at. Send in
Aye, aye,
workers. And expand the rare earth mine.
Aye, aye, sir.
Actually, I'm gonna not resist. I'm gonna go and get the beer getting off
Aye, aye,
spending
sir.
too. Okay. Yeah, I think those are just waiting for transport to the front. And yeah, beginning of the turn was 48.4. I doubt we took over enough to get to 50. But we are going to end the turn here. We're going to see what goes on. That the city, or is that not the city? Hard to tell. We now have spy council, so let's actually
Understood.
try to put some spies in.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. Shadow spy actually go work for the spy the director of the foreign affairs because apparently he needs some help. Not foreign affairs. Secret service.
Understood.
Apparently they need some help.
Understood.
Here we go. And then leaders. Let's go around raising the opinion of the leaders that hate me the most. Can't execute on self. Oh, and of course he's specifically the leader that hates me the most. Fair enough. Now let's take the GR infiltration. Infiltration methods. I'm not going to use disease in our people, so put that away. let's cycle the turn. See how the situation evolves. Again, they're looking like they don't have enough to hold a cohesive line. Oh, they're getting pretty close. If they don't have enough to hold a cohesive line, they're probably going to pull back. Although eventually they're going to run out of places to pull back to. Got attacked, we stood firm. Second attack, we did not stand firm too, but took a lot of losses for taking the single hex. And lots of withdrawals as well. Okay, watching the end turn here. Not seeing anything particularly concerning. Round 140. We killed 400 infantry, and we lost 400 infantry. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. What to replace serpentization with is one of those 4. Structured research. Okay, so we're going to have all but one of the Spoiled Democracy feats. If I can get the last one, if I get presented with Syndicate, we'll swap to Syndicate. But I want to get all 6 of them first. Oops. I want it set to 5, not to 1. Very different numbers.
Understood.
Gigitonics is tempting. Getting some sort of alternative oil is also very tempting. Alternative oil right now is deep core, so let's do
Roger
deep
that.
core.
Roger.
Point to governor. Capacity 2. Your capacity 1, so we'll go with capacity 2.
Roger that.
Okay. So I was wrong. It's not like 2 hexes off, because now that I've got the spies in there, we can see where it is. So that is the big prize. Just short of 200,000 people. We don't know where the other ones are. We think they have 2 other zones. Although that might be the prize.
Do it now. Mission accomplished.
4th Siege Infantry Battalion destroyed. Lost to 3 of our subunits. Given the odds I was being measured with, this is terrible return on investment. I was told it was going to be like 10 to 1 odds. That was a bit more like 10 to 1 odds in their favor. Yeah, we're advancing, not necessarily the most elegantly, due to the cold in the tundra. We are advancing. Cold in the tundra is not sufficient to stop the advance.
Mission accomplished.
And I think for the moment we are done down here. 29 for blackmail, which is a little low, but I'm not going to bother to fix it right now.
Understood.
That one. There we go. Back over 50. You know what? I said I wasn't going to fix it. I'm in fact going to fix it.
Understood.
Here we go. 48.6, so close. Work apartments complete. Osmark, Baker office in Blattdorf. Lisa's truck station improvement. Work apartments in Mannix as well. Okay.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Roger that. Roger that.
Where is my existing this zone? It's gonna be Econ 1, because we'll go add another one to it.
Order received.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's worth trying to push even more into the terrible supply spate. I was also going to go over this side, but I've already got the road around the other direction, so eat it over that side. Oops, sorry about that. Scrape the mic boom. That was what the scrape sound was. Okay. It's all fine. Dandy. 48.6. I think this is where we're going to put the turn cycle in. I think we will go one more turn, then we'll have to bring this part to a close and the stream. Which, yep, I don't think we're picking up that, well, we'd have to already have it at this point to be declared the winner. So there will be another stream. It may not be a particularly long stream of Shadow Empire, but there will be another stream of Shadow Empire on this save. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, and this is a real if everything goes according to plan, there should be a part up for you tomorrow. If I am correct in knowing where I'm recorded up to, and I might be wrong. In fact, I can do a quick Alt-Tab to make sure, to figure out one way or the other. If I'm correct in what I'm recorded up to, believe This is the part that goes up on the 4th. Yeah. This should be the part that goes up on July the 4th. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, happy July the 4th. We did not quite get victory here today, but we may have a victory shortly after July the 4th. Because I will be traveling from the 24th to the 29th, obviously at the point of recording this, and probably getting it uploaded, do not know if I'm going to record on schedule. Because right now the plan is to record 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, so if I do record in that order, there should definitely be a part up tomorrow. Even if I do a one-day shift, that should still mean there's a part up tomorrow. That was the whole point of recording ahead, is that there should be a reliable stream of content coming out for you on YouTube. So if everything goes according to plan, there should be a part up tomorrow. Obviously, because of how I usually end streams, we are going to play out the next turn. We're just not going to cycle the end turn. And it should be coming out on us fairly shortly. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you have been enjoying. Again, I think early in the stream I went over the planned schedule when I get back. The plan right now is not to stream tomorrow, because I got to have a really early morning, and I tend to stream late at night. To give you an idea, it's coming up on 3 a.m. in the morning here if you're watching this on YouTube. If I were to stream the night before I travel, assuming a 3 a.m. end time, first of all, I wouldn't have enough time to upload it, so it would defeat part of the purpose of trying to record and upload early. But yeah, and then the flight is in a different city. Gotta go all the way out to the major nearby city. And I think it's like a 9 a.m. flight. So yeah, that's a bad line. So we're probably not streaming tomorrow. If I really change my mind, it's probably Song 6, but we're probably not streaming tomorrow. And then we may stream on the 29th when I get back, although I've got a transcontinental flight that day, so I'll definitely be back in time to stream. Whether I am mentally aware enough to stream, different problem. But then it'll be Song 6 on the 29th, Factorio on the 30th. Now I'm trying to remember the games we've been playing. I'm definitely too tired. Let's get this turned down. I'll go over it again at the end. I'll bring the schedule up for that. Round 141. Activist humanitarians propose to borrow money to help free folk. Okay. Hyper explosive ammo. Incident with reckless behavior.
Understood.
We want that to go down. I'm not going to be able to afford those. Operationalize oob. I now have access to some of the mechanized stuff, so let's do... although there's no RPGs yet, so let's do mechanized MG. Or, no, mechanized light infantry. So I can just do some mechanized light infantry. Give them the demands. Humanitarian aid. I am rich enough to just double it. We get enforcement for doubling it.
Order
So.
received.
Flint Union foresees war. I'm gonna say no.
Understood.
Okay, so it's no longer blackmailing, and it's now hostile with the Flint Union. Good enough with you. Good enough with you. 6-1 on the tank. And apparently didn't have enough readiness for that to work. Bit of a shame.
Negative to breach.
In the squishier side of the line. More exhausted troops, but the squishier side of the line.
Mission accomplished.
Yep, there's the advance. How close did we get to winning on the last turn? 1% off, yeah. I'm really thinking that in the next stream, if the next stream is probably going to run until we take the city. I suspect the city of just short of 200,000 people is enough to score 1% victory score and end the game. Leave those guys down there. Here we're done expanding for the moment.
Mission accomplished.
There we go. As it says, mission accomplished. Okay, I think that's the motion of the troops for the moment. Let's pick up structured research.
Roger that.
Yeah, we're just missing the last one. Unless I'm misreading and not seeing it in there. I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. We've been streaming for apparently just under 6 hours once you add in all the short breaks and the bathroom breaks and stuff like that. Construction's still going on here. Maze is done. Mossmark is working on social housing so we get more migration into the capital. Yeah, probably improving the quality of life would work as well, if not better, but we are seeing a decent population growth there. It would not be too long with their level 6. Should hopefully help with political power. And yeah, I don't expect this game is going to go on for much longer. We've only got 1% victory score to go. But I do not have enough time tonight to finish it. And I don't necessarily know how long it's going to go. It might be an hour. Might be 2 hours. Might be 3 hours. It depends on how long... At this point, I really believe it depends on how long it takes to get to that city. And take the city. And there is a lot of Hansa forces in the way. So it might be very quick, it might be very short. Depends on how cohesive their defense is and my ability to actually get more recruits if I decide I want more recruits. I haven't been playing it, but I'm pretty sure we have Volunteer Drive. Yeah. I could be playing Volunteer Drive to get more recruits. It's probably how I'm going to have to get more recruits when I decided it's time for more troops to come out. Using things like mechanized light would probably help a lot here for just pushing into the exposed areas. And we'll think about that while over the break. We did get up to round 151 during the stream. It is 151 and 49% victory score out of the 50 required to win. I'm going to snooze the Twitch ad because I'm doing the outro and I don't want to lose the outro. If you're watching YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, that will be a part of tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, the planned schedule is, assuming I'm willing to stream on the 29th after flying back, that we're going to be playing Songs of Six on the 29th, Factorio on the 30th, Stellaris on the 1st, and Shadow Empire here on the 2nd, at least until we finish up Shadow Empire. I think we can probably get it done during the next stream, is the plan. If something, well, if the expectation changes and I end up being dead tired after flying back on the 29th, everything will just get pushed back a day. So we'll be streaming Songs of Six on the 30th, Factorio on the 1st, Stellaris on the 2nd, and then this on the 3rd. If you're watching YouTube, feel free to leave comments. We should be much more caught up as far as YouTube is concerned. Again, I think this is the part that's coming on the 4th, and if... What was the... Either we're doing this on the 2nd or the 3rd, so you're only going to be 1 day behind, really, on YouTube. So if you have any comments you want responded to on YouTube, this is a very good episode to put them on. If you're watching on Twitch and you want comments responded to live, and now is the best time to leave those comments. If you haven't already left them, I'll try to do a quick refresh of the chat after I bring the stream, or to bring the recording for YouTube down, and the intro, and get the outro to complete. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Get you all in the next part or stream, and bye for now.